Okay, so you're looking at purchasing a Direction Plus, Preline Plus pre-filter kit, and you're wondering what comes in the box because there's a little bit of discrepancy of what actually comes in the box, what you get, this and that. Haven't seen too many videos on it. I'm going to show you today what comes in this box. I'm about to install this on my car, so I thought now would be the best time. If you didn't know the part number on the box is PL615DPK. It's the kit for the 200 series Landcruiser. This kit mounts underneath your existing fuel filter bowl, or actually on top, though I think the bracket runs on top, runs across, and then it sits parallel to the intercooler on the passenger side of the vehicle, then running back and bolting down on the firewall there. So it's nice out the way, but if you have a catch can that is in that location, you're going to have to move it. So that's why the Direction Plus ProVent 200 kits are mounted on the driver's side. Also the Western Filter kits, they mount them on the driver's side too. Without further ado, let's unbox this bad boy. I've already been in there because I wanted to see what sort of parts and if all the items were actually in the box. So let's go. So first off, you get two bags. So this first bag is the water filter element. So this is all the wiring, the alarm, the little LED light. It's a pretty straightforward system from what I can gather. It's very much plug and play. So you're not going to have to be splicing into wires or anything like that. The control box has all the allocated multi-plugs. You just plug them in, cable tied up out the way, away you go. And how you actually draw power to the system is find a fuse that is pretty much the same amperage as what you're going to be putting in, from what I can gather, or it's just a piggyback system. So you just find a fuse that comes on with the ignition. So you could go the ignition fuse or a radio fuse or something. Just find something that comes on with the ignition, and that will then fire up your water watch system. But I will go through this bag. The next bag you get is just all the nuts and bolts. So all the fitting apparel. So your cable ties, things along those lines. But like I said, I will go through this and show you everything in this bag as well. You get a QR code, you scan that shows you how to install the filter element itself. The water watch system comes with a separate set of instructions within the bag, and that you just follow those instructions, which are pretty vague. It isn't vehicle specific. It's not saying, hey, on the 200 find this fuse, remove this fuse, do that. It's not that. You've got to then think for yourself and find those fuses, but it does tell you broad basic how to install it. But that is how to install the filter. You then have the filter element itself. You will have to move the block off plates and all that sort of stuff. You will have to rearrange that for the vehicle because it's just generic. This is the 150 DP filter. It comes with the sensor. This is exactly how it comes out of the box. I have not unscrewed it, haven't put it together, nothing. Comes out of the box exactly like this. So ready to be bolted on, and away you go. Get a length of hose. So about, I don't know, a couple of meters, meter, something like that. Then you get the mounting brackets. So you have, for my kit, you have the three mounting brackets. So you have the one that goes under the fuel filter, or on top of the fuel filter housing. You have the bar that stabilizes. You also have the one the filter itself bolts to, and then that bracket runs across and sits on there. Very good quality brackets, but they have a real nice finish to them. I quite like them. Direction Plus do pretty good kits like that. And then all that's left in the box is just a itemized list, what comes, what's meant to be in the box, which I've already gone through. We'll put all this back in here and I'll take you through what's in both those bags. So first off, in the apparel bag, well, that's what I'm calling it, pretty much a fittings bag. You get stickers, because This is why we spend so much money on products just for the stickers. I'm not going to lie, I do know people that actually spend a lot of money just to get the stickers. So you have a bunch of stickers, have the defense one, you have the attention, which place that somewhere. Cable ties, decent length, so you can trim them down. You get fittings. Now you have the fitting that actually goes into the housing itself, and then you have the barb fitting which screws onto that, and also you have flat washers and things along those lines. There is 2 of those in here, so you get 2 of those with this kit anyway. I'm fairly sure it'll be the exact same with all kits because you need fuel in, fuel out. You also get a service sticker as well. You put that up on your windscreen and it notifies you when you need to change that filter. You have a couple hose clamps, and I tell you what, I know this is gonna be such a dad joke, but these are just the ideal hose clamps for the job. Oh shit, that was cringe. Anyway, you get a couple bolts to secure the filter to the bracket. You have a couple of nylock. This is actually difficult to do. A couple of nylock nuts, exact same. 2 of those. You have 4 flat washers. Obviously here's 2. I've got the other 2 in my hand. Then you have a couple of smaller, 13mm head bolts, but they go off to the side. You have a couple of spring washers, so you get 2 of these. These go behind these fittings. So that's what you get in the way of the mounting hardware. Now moving over to the water watch system, this is the part that I was actually more intrigued about. I didn't know how this wired up or anything along those lines, so I was quite keen to see when I actually got this kit. So I'll open this up and I'll take you through exactly what you get. So you have, like, they're full complete wiring harnesses with the plugs. So obviously I'm not taking them out of the bag, but this plugs onto the base of the filter, so sensor. Looks all OEM, like really well done. Looks like really good quality wiring. It's all like got a protective sheathing on it, so you get that, and it's decent length of cable. Like, you get a decent amount of cable, so more than enough. From other people I know that have installed these, they have more than enough cable to run into the cab from out under the bonnet. This is your little water watch light. So you can choose to fit this or not fit this. So you do have the option, if you don't want to be drilling into a empty vacant slot or something, or you don't want to drill into your dash, you don't actually have to fit this at all. They said that this is optional. You don't have the warning light, you just need to listen for the beeps, because obviously you want to know if there's water in your system. That's the whole reason you're putting this on. Get the power, and I think that's power and earth wiring loom, from what I can gather. Yeah, it is. It's the power and the earth wiring loom. So you don't need an earth from the battery, you just earth from the body somewhere. And then it has the little multi-plug on the other end to plug into the unit itself. This is the little unit itself. It's upside down, but you have all the different plugs in there. So the allocated slots, you cannot stuff this up. This is monkey see, monkey do, from what I can gather. And you have the direction plus thing there. So I don't know how loud this actually is. So if you do have music and stuff on, I don't know if you're going to be able to hear it, but I'd say you would. It has different beeps and stuff for, you know, warning you about water and stuff in the system. And yeah, so we'll have to see. It does a confirmation beep when it turns on, apparently, when it first gets power, just to notify you that the system's all good and it is working, because other than that, it's silent in the background. Now, this was the part that I didn't know if they did or they didn't do. It was hard to sort of tell from the pictures, but they have been really good. So you've got every single fuse style. So you got micro fuses, MIDI fuses, you know, every single style fuse you can sort of think of in modern cars. Like, you don't have the old festoon sort of glass fuses, but on the end, so you crimp them, just a little crimp, and you crimp that onto your existing little wiring loom right here. So that's a lot of what comes into the water watch kit. I know there is a couple of other things in here once I get them out. This is your little check water tap. So obviously you drill out a blanking thing, which I will be. I've got a couple of spare ones in my cruiser, so I'm going to drill that out, and then I'm going to place this on because I would like the light as well. If I don't necessarily hear the beep, I would like to see if that light is flashing and go, oh crap, I've got water in the system, because like I said, that's the whole reason I'm putting this on. And now you come with the instruction manual. So the instructions are, like I said, pretty vague. You can pause on any of this and read it for yourself if you want to have a quick read, but they're vague, but they're very detailed. So nice colourful instruction manual, and which I'm going to walk through this anyway when I go to install this onto my car. So yeah, and that's everything that comes with the kit. So if you want to see this installed, jump over to my other video. I'll have a card somewhere, and you'll get to see the installation video of how this goes. Well, let's do this.